Hello, and this is the beginning of day 7 now of my master cleanse. It's been a few days since I made a video. That's a combination of just being, well, I wouldn't call it busy, but just sort of in my own zone, and also not having the privacy I need for making a video, because I do share my place with someone, and I like to, when I make a video, have the place fully to myself just so that I don't feel so self-conscious. That's maybe something that I need to work on. But anyhow, it's going well. There's not too much to report on. The last few days has been steady, feeling good. Um, Day 5, which was Saturday, I think was maybe a little bit of a dip. I didn't quite have as much energy for that day for some reason. I don't know why exactly, but that's just the way it went. And still not bad. I still felt pretty good, just maybe not quite as energized and not quite as much of a good mood. But day 6 yesterday was pretty good again, and here I am, day 7, just at the start, and I'm still feeling pretty good. Just had my saltwater flush, 1 liter of salt water, about 10-15 minutes ago, so maybe a bit of a risky time to make this video, but yeah, so I might have to cut it short, just in case the alarm goes off downstairs. But let's hope I can hold it together. Anyways, one thing to mention is that I decided on day 4 to stop taking the Smooth Move tea at night before bed. I didn't feel I needed it anymore. It felt like more than a push, more of a push than I required. It was just a little too much um, expulsion, considering also that you have the saltwater flush in the morning, right? That's highly effective as a laxative. So the Smooth Move tea, just the fact that it was waking me up in the middle of the night every night with a knot in my stomach, just twisting my guts up. Not that bad, but bad enough that it woke me up, and then I'd have to visit the washroom for a few minutes. So I just didn't want to have my sleep interrupted anymore either. And yeah, I'm just going with the saltwater flush for the rest of the cleanse, which will be still at least 10 days, but I am considering going longer because I do feel good, and I am getting into the rhythm and the groove of this thing. So yeah, yeah, we'll see. I'm still just taking it a day at a time, still feeling really good. Hunger is not really a thing. It's been progressively going away each day, actually. I do still think about food sometimes, but I can separate myself, I've noticed, from the urgent desire to eat, like the painful lack feeling of, really, really just fantasizing about how good that would taste. And I'm sort of separate from that. I'm having ideas about food like when I do start eating again, I'd like to eat this or I'd like to eat that. And I'm also feeling a certain new appreciation for food and the enjoyment of eating, which is definitely something we should all not take for granted, I think, because we live in an age of abundance in terms of what's available to us. Not just for food, but basically, most of us, not everyone in the world. Obviously, there's some people who live in parts of the world where they don't have access to as much food as we spoiled North Americans do, for instance, and Europeans and other so-called first world countries, the wealthy countries, basically. We are pretty spoiled. We can basically go around the corner to a grocery store and get any number of a huge variety of items to make meals out of, and spices and seasonings. And I don't know, I'm just thinking that that's something that we should not take for granted, and be grateful for, active gratitude for all the abundance that we have. So that's just a thought that I've had, and I think when I do get back into eating, I'm going to really appreciate my food all the more after this time away. Um, Another thing to mention, right? This is a tip. This is a tip on the Master Cleanse that you probably won't hear anywhere else. Um, if you have, before starting the Master Cleanse, any ass hair, you're gonna want to get rid of that, okay? Shave it, get yourself a Brazilian wax, something like that, okay? You can use your imagination as to why that might be a good idea, okay? I don't think it takes a genius to figure out why you'd want to get rid of it when a big part of the master cleanse is, well, what I'm about to do once this saltwater flush kicks in, let's put it that way. So yeah, that's a tip that I don't think you'll see anywhere else. So you're welcome for that one. Get rid of the ass hair. Um, let's see, anything else? There's other things that I could mention. I'm getting some chills. That's one, I guess, negative of the master cleanse I'm noticing, especially after a few days. The temperature has been going down, has been getting a little cooler as we're moving deeper into autumn, closer to November right now. So yeah, outside temperatures are going down, and but still, I've noticed an increased inability to stay warm and a higher susceptibility to cold. Just my hands, especially, seem to be cold. You know, the extremities. So that's something to consider and prepare for as well. If you're going to do the master cleanse, make sure you're layered up and you have nice warm blankets and that sort of thing. I'm going to plug in my electric blanket actually after this and wait for that saltwater flush to kick in. If it doesn't already by the time I end the video. So yeah, I think that's about all I want to say for now. There's really not, everything's going smoothly. There's really not much to report on. Not a lot of negatives, that's for sure. Maybe a loss of strength. You know, obviously the strength isn't there. Carrying groceries up the stairs, that sort of thing. I've noticed, you know, I don't quite have as much strength, but the energy is pretty good when I need it. So, yeah, I'm not feeling lethargic. I'm not feeling uh, slow or sleepy or anything like that. So that's all good. And this has still been overall a lot easier actually than I was imagining it was going to be. And yeah, the idea of doing it for another 5 or 10 days beyond the 10 days is not that ridiculous as it was before I started, where it was like, oh my God, 10 days, that's going to be so hard. Uh, but it's really going so smoothly. So I continue to recommend the Master Cleanse. I feel very clean inside at this point, day 7. I feel very rejuvenated, very refreshed, very trim and lean. I don't know if I've actually lost any weight because I haven't stepped on a scale. I don't own a scale. But yeah, I probably have lost a few pounds of just redundant fat that I don't need. So great, that's fantastic. I'll take it. I feel lighter. I feel brighter. So yeah. Anyhow, I'm gonna wrap it up because I think the bomb's about to go off. So thanks for watching, and I'll try to make another video maybe towards the end of the 10 days, and we'll see where I'm at and if I'm gonna keep going or end the cleanse. So yeah, thank you. Have a great day.